It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we'll get a look here at Devontae Adams. Always staying busy, he's your league leader in receiving yards. It's the Jets and the Bills, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Winter is just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the New York Jets and the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bills in this matchup. Well, they're pacing the NFL in passing yardage this season, but a tough test awaits them to stay in that top spot as they face one of the league's best secondaries.
And partner with how they've played this season, both sides are awfully confident they'll be able to put up big-time numbers. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game just because of that. So let's say it together. Eventually, something's got to give.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The numbers for Zeke from last week. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him and feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Elliott. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The Jets at 10-2 on the year, and they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Draw play. Elliott. Down he goes at the 23. A pickup of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. Dillon will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now it's Rodgers. Got a man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Darren Waller with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Nick Folk for the point after. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by Darren Waller. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. They're led out by the 9th-year starter out of Fresno State, Derek Carr.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And right away, he lost the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close, and it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So on comes the field goal unit for the Jets. Here's Nick Folk from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Folk's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. These 2 teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Brooks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very 1st quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it second down and 11. Here's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Now Rodgers. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Here comes Mooney now in the jet sweep. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 33. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. On springs free, Montgomery loses it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust?
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take a blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Folks' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Pulls it in at the 13. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
All praises for a tremendous return, but how about the guys that never gave up on the play, refused to let him get into the end zone, and tracked him down before he got there and made the tackle? A lot of pride exhibited by guys on special team.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Schultz, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Bills are back within a score. That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 13-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Completes and Mooney on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
The Bills bring out a couple of extra defensive backs to defend this third down play.
Yeah, they're going dime. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. He will push his way down to about the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. John Bates, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Carr now on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Again, that's Watkins. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On play action, now Carr. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Carr to throw again. And he finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 15-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. Here's Carr to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Butker's kick here is good, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll kick things off with the twice-yearly battle for Ohio. This one has Cleveland making the trip south to Cincinnati. And it's the Bengals who have the lead in the 2nd quarter. Matthew Stafford, 3 touchdown passes. From there, let's head to AT&T Stadium as we check out the Cowboys at home in Dallas. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Jared Goff has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they are in a tight one, all tied with the visiting Minnesota Vikings. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the 3rd and 4th quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bills, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. Final adjustments being made for the 2nd half. So with that, we get back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Bills offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Here's Jackson. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
1st down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Now a 2nd down and 6. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down inside the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on 1st down. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game. That has a chance to tighten up considerably.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Carr going to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. Followed a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Carr now to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, Carr. He's going deep for Brown. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Carr. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. On 2nd down, Montgomery. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Carr. He's got Watkins on the out route. Touchdown! Quez Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Bills go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one that noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Rodgers now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Well, I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Carr. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. Butker's kick here is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
You're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Davante Adams, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jets have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. So still time remaining here in this fourth quarter, but the touchdown there puts them back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tie game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Adderley, he's going to hold on to this one. A touchback, and the drive will begin at the 25. And here come the Bills. There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. To throw, it's Carr. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They try again with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Kelly. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A first down carry by Elliott. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 3 yards enough to keep the drive moving. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 169 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Again to Elliott. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. That one caught by Felton. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. One final try now for Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions.